President Bola Tinubu has requested that the Nigeria Population Commission conduct a biometric-based census in 2025, in addition to the new NIN card and NIMC plus NIPOS digital address geocoding system. I know some people will not be happy when they hear census. When we talk about census, some people will not be happy. Accurate population figures and proper identification and address systems are crucial to the development of the country. I repeat, President Bola Tinubu has specifically, make they read the grammar, may they understand, special status, giving special status, specifically requested that the Nigeria Population Commission conduct a biometric-based census in 2025, in addition to the new NIN card and NIMC plus NIPOS digital address geocoding system. Everybody must be counted. We are not going to use the old style whereby you appoint a NIPOS person from the north and you do your census that we don't even understand again. Now, NIN, go and register your NIN. Through your NIN, we'll count you. NIMC, NIPOS digital address geocoding system. This is telling us that we are moving in the right direction when we talk about population. So some people from a certain region will not come and tell us that we have population. When you travel to some areas in this country, you see vast land, few houses. But when you look at the population as recorded by the local government, you think that there are hundreds of thousands in a place whereby you seldom see 5,000 people. Some regions in this country have used population to scam Nigeria and get money from the federal purse. A location, a state like Kano, we see local governments, many local governments. I think it's up more than 20 local government, 40, something, I don't know, but I think he has enough local government. Example, I'm not saying Kano State, example, local government attract funding. So some states will just do the magu and manipulation, and you will get plenty local government with very few people. Somebody's telling me that Kano is more populated than Lagos. Who told you? Lagos, I think more than 21 local government, but Kano, look at the local government in Kano. Look at this sparse of land and very few people, unproductive people to the list. So special requests now that we must be counted. It is not those ones that you have to go to some places and they tell you cannot enter here because our religion, our whatever, does not demand that you enter here. Religion that they are using to manipulate people, religion that they are using to suspend people's brain. They want to count them. They'll tell you that our religion does not mandate that you see these people. We'll go and count them for you. And when they count them, they now give you figure. The same way these religious people commit all sort of electoral malpractice in the north. Let me even call north safe. You are religious, I understand. But how come that you falsify figures in the north? Does the religion apply that you falsify figures? Does religion involve you getting into election malpractice? See, one thing about this Sharia will focus on the poor man. But those leaders, in quote, leaders, they will not use Sharia and follow them. Because if they are to try the Chinese system or the Saudi Arabia system, most of these presidents from the north, head of state and whatever have you, they don't cut their two hands and their two legs. But they will use religion and make sure people are not counted. And these politicians will use these guys because they have control the people, use religion to suppress the people, and they will use them to benefit by creating more local government in a population that does not exist. Then they now start collecting money, enrich themselves, develop the region. I tell you, if the north will harness its potentials, They don't need to depend on the southern part of Nigeria. They can stand on their own. Any part of Nigeria, if they decide to harness their potentials, we don't need all this bigotry, whether you are parasite in the north, you are parasite in the south, you are parasite. We don't need this. But we have leaders that have used religion and ethnicity. Lazy, uncreative leaders, wicked, witches and wizards as leaders that have used religion and ethnicity to manipulate the people, to keep the people down, keep them poor. That is their style of leadership in one region that I know. So this one is online, no. They will count you online. If your name is not in the data, nobody's going. If you like, let those people inside the caves. Because some people say our women, they don't see people, you can't see them. If like, let those people inside the caves. Don't go and do capturing. Don't open their face for capturing. NIMC. They will put the marks and capture it. If let them not go and capture, they will not be counted as eligible voters in Nigeria. They will not be counted as population in Nigeria. So when we get the number of NIN in Kano State, the system will now scrutinize it, whether they are real people or whether there is magumago. Then we will now know the actual number of people in Kano State, in Kaduna State, in every other state in Nigeria. They will now can plan local government. Will now start restructuring the local government, because now local government, they are big boys now. I hear they are setting up an account directly with CBN, so that the governors will not. Some governors are telling their local government that you must open an account with us. You must open an account. So this the federal level, they are looking at, okay, these guys want to play us. You must have an account with the CBN whereby we pay the money directly. So this is good news from this administration. Let me make you understand. Nobody have access to pay anybody to make anything campaign. Some people say maybe I'm being paid by Tinubu. By who? I've told you before, if you have been listening to me, I don't support Tinubu for anything. You cannot build governance on hatred, on a foundation on bigotry, on snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. You cannot build governance on that. That's why I don't support the APC first. Then anything that comes under that APC, that umbrella, that broom, that witchcraft, anything that comes under APC, I don't support it. Whatever you see is temporary. I'm telling you. Whatever you see, I've said it before, that APC as a party, they are trying to prove themselves to the people. And let's watch. I'm a Christian. I understand biblical principles. We are standing for the truth, though. I'm not standing for tribe, whether I'm Igbo or outside. I'm not standing for religion. See, if it's not done the right way, it is not done the right way. If you are going to cut corners to do it and start bragging, some people, when after stealing money, after the lives, people have lost their lives, shed blood, destroyed families and homes, destroyed destinies. After they now make money on the blood and sweat of people, they come and turn to philanthropists. They'll now start doing as if they are good people. No. In the Bible, there's what they call restitution. For those that are deep Christians, understand what it means to restitute. You must come clean. So I'm in support of coming clean. Any government that wants to enact a change, whether it is in Biafra or in Nigeria or in Oduduwa, wherever, must come clean with the people. But Nigerian politics, the foundation, you don't have to come clean. You need to step on toes and step on heads. That is another conversation for another day. So if you say APC is paying me, good luck to you for making that observation. But I don't think APC can pay anybody, especially somebody like me. I don't think I will. Well, let's move on. So the population census, I told you, after the aviation school, the next is, I told you, I said it plump and clear. The next is census. I'm not in anybody's government. I don't want to know anybody from the APC or anybody. Me, I'm concerned about governance that will help the person, human being. Whether the person is a Fulani or Igbo. I'm not, I tell you that I'm first a human being before Igbo, then before Biafran, then before Christian. As a Christian. So I'm not concerned with anybody paying. In fact, when they start giving you gig now, they now start censoring you. So nobody can censor me. So I'm not in support of the APC. But this one they have done is a good one. It's a good move. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not. My brain they work. You understand? This one that they have done, I've told you, politics, a government of interest, not a government of friends. We are not friends. But this one interests me so much, so that we will know the number of people in the north that are saying that not have the numbers. This census will bring and expose so many things. Let's know. If the north really have the numbers, then the south have to work on themselves. Many people were deprived of getting their voters card because of a system that was designed not to make them get their voters card. So let me see this NIN. But that NIN will not stop you. You that have NIN will now stop you from having your voters card. The allegations that people moved PVCs from the southeast into Lagos, and there are specifications for that. So due process has to be followed. So if you are doing anything now, it will be computerized. I hope the server will not stop working when it gets to some people's turn, because this one at IREV, electoral reform, electoral process, BVAS, the game changer, blah blah. Of course, the game changer. So when they started voting, something just went off all of a sudden, because a trend, they were seeing a trend that somebody was winning an election. All of a sudden, that electronical thing, we don't know that thing has switch and on, or they have to do abracadabra. So I hope that this census will give us the real figure, the real population of Nigeria. Every other day, 200 something million. Let's know the real population of Nigeria. Real population of Nigeria. Yes, census is overdue. Now, national, state, and local government elections going forward. The path to elections, national, state, and local government. 1. Biometric national census. You count everybody biometrically. 2. Synchronization of NIN and census figures. Your NIN, which we will count you. We use your NIN. Now NIN make you what? We will count you with your NIN. You see some people underage, they carry one in the north. You know, one thing I hate is when you claim religiosity and you're not the one is right, and you now start calling people less Muslims, or these people are not Muslims, real Muslims. But you have a wicked and evil heart. You are committing all sort of crimes and immorality, and you are saying the Yoruba Muslim. No. Let's see it from your action. Underage voters, prominent in the north, a supposed religious. So this will synchronize of NIN and census figures, digitalize address system, and geocoding. If you don't understand what geocoding means, when we reach here, we'll cross it. I hope you understand what geocoding means if you are watching from southern part of Nigeria or northerners. Nigeria has been divided into 300 meters by 300 meters grid system for the digital address project. So, digitalized address system and geocoding. So your address and the geographical location is implemented into all this we are doing today. 300 meters grid by 300 meters grid. Your verified address on the census and NIN data will become your digital address where you are living. Not you come from Futajalon Island and Senegambia and you go and position yourself in one forest. When you reach election now we'll pack yourself from wherever, Niger and whatever, flood into the northern part of Nigeria and start voting. You have maybe you find a way to bring 1 million of your brothers and you start voting. Then you say not have numbers. Address, your verified address on the census and NIN data will become your digital address, and it will be mapped to your polling unit. To transfer your polling unit location, you have to transfer your verified address through the official process. For those that are committing those fraud, yes, along with the filled out transfer form, you need to submit proof of your current residence in the new city, documents like a rent agreement, utility bills as proof of residence. Make sure to have this document handy when applying for the transfer. So if you want to transfer from Abia State to Lagos, we must verify that you are a resident in Lagos first. Yes, then we verify you from Abia State. You must have your documents, rent agreement, utility bills as proof of residence wherever you are transferring. So we will have to look at it so that tomorrow we're not going to hear some people transfer 500,000 votes and we cannot trace it into Lagos State. So that we'll know, we verify the report news whether it is true or not that people actually transferred votes illegally. However, it is not wrong to transfer your votes. So this will deal with all these things. Voting will be done with NIN-backed database, biometric database. You are going to vote with NIN-backed data. So if you are having your voter's card, it must be linked with your NIN. In fact, NIN is the game changer. Voting figures. I think voting figures in a polling unit or local government can't exceed the number of verified people living in the local government. Politicians can no longer import voters. So this local government, we have 1,000 people living in that local government. Yes. So the figure will not be more than 1,000. Verified. You must be verified in that local government. You see, in another broadcast, I will tell you the manipulations politicians can use, especially politicians that are in power. They are manipulations, of course. If it happens with the voter register accreditation, there are some people with their name, it was so prevalent in a certain street. The name of a certain particular number of persons could not get voters card. They got to the center and they told them, come back until it elapsed. While some other people with a certain name got voters card. Imagine, some people in a certain region were lining up for voters card, while some people in another region, they took voters cards to their houses. In a certain region where they have young, vibrant people stood out in the sun, few INEC officials to carry out the voters register and give them the voters card. So very many people in that other region could not get their voters card. But in another region, they had to literally go to their homes, carry voters card and give to them. That is one Nigeria. So there are ways that they can manipulate this, but let's follow this as it is. My own concern is that maybe this is one stone killing two birds. Population and election. You limit election malpractice. I believe the APC understand what it is doing. And I know that they are very intelligent APC people. They understand what they are doing. But it's not going to stop rigging election. Let's move on. So it is good to INEC, good to NIMC, and good to NIPOS. One stone used to kill three birds. To help INEC conduct credible elections. See, when I'm saying some things, people will have you have a premeditated mind. This policy, as it is, if implemented, as it is, not by some unscrupulous elements in the APC. This policy, I'm supporting this policy as it is. If it is implemented as it is going to be good to INEC, NIMC, and NIPOS. So your location, it's easier. If I'm going to post a letter to you, I have a verified address. You can give me your NIN, I will verify your address from that. So that is NIPOS. NIMC, this is your management number and identification management whatever. So the NIMC gives you NIN. So we can identify you through your NIN. So population, elections, and verified address. So one stone is used to kill three birds. I wish they implement it. And what happened during the election, that this switch off server, according to reports, will not happen. But this one, I know that there's one place it will work. That population, the census. It might not work with the elections, because when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? These people are not known to keep election free and fair. They are not known to that. But that population, Tinubu must have an interest in that population to determine the population of people who are Fulanis in the north and northern part of Nigeria, population of the middle belt, region by region, we know the population. Then they can start planning for 2027 how they can use politics and lobby themselves into getting the votes of people. You know one thing about population helps planning. You plan. If you have population, for instance, now you have a shop, you don't know the number of goods you have. How do you plan? You don't have the inventory, the price tags of the number, the price tag of the goods you have, the good and bad ones, you don't know. How do you plan? So this current development, census is going to be one of the biggest if they succeed in this. I'm not talking about elections, because Nigeria elections. Restructuring, population is pivotal, very important to restructuring. I've told you, I'm about restructuring, resource control, regionalism, or balkanization. That's where I'm standing. I'm not standing with any whatever. Whatever I'm doing today is restructure this system. So population census, biometric national census will restructure this system, and it's going to be a win-win for the southern part of Nigeria. We know that we not agree. Yoruba hates Yoruba in quotes, not all Yorubas. Hates Igbos in quotes, not all Igbos. That mindset is there. But this one is going to address long-term scam from a particular region that they have the numbers.